Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Khan and I usually talk about citizenship by investment programs, residency by investment program, and I focus mostly on Southeast Asia. So today we are going to talk about Malaysia My Second Home program because the details are finally released after more than 1 year. So finally it is released and I will give you the details how you can apply for this program, what are the requirements and why it is, I think, a very unexpected thing, because it is now only targeting the high net worth individuals. It is not for retirees, it is not for passive income people, it is not ever for the small businessmen or for small investors, right? So this program right now, the details I have in my hand, everyone who was expecting some positive release or some positive details will be disappointed. And I was personally not interested in this program for quite a long time when I saw it, like it is delayed a lot for last 1.5 years. Still, when they announced the details earlier, like 3-4 months before, they said the one who invest $1 million in Malaysia, they will get a permanent residence. Now they have removed that option. No one will get a permanent resident. Only they will give you 20 years visa, 15 years visa and 5 years visa. The categories you already know: platinum, gold and silver. There are two main requirements and these requirements are very huge, and I will give you some comparisons to other countries, and then you will understand why this program is, like, very difficult for almost any investor, right? Platinum category, you have to invest $1 million in a fixed deposit in a bank in Malaysia. For a gold category, you have to deposit $500,000, and for silver you have to deposit $150,000. Now this is the first requirement. The second requirement is you have to buy property. You have to purchase a real estate. For the platinum, you have to purchase 2 million ringgits equal property, and for gold you have to purchase 1 million property, and for the silver category you have to buy 600,000 ringgits property. So these two you must fulfill, and the 2 million, you see this is almost like $500,000. So for a platinum category you need to put your $1.5 million in Malaysia, and then you just get for a 20 years visa, and the property that you purchase, you have to hold it for 10 years. You cannot sell it for 10 years. So this is the thing, guys. Even for the silver category, you have to deposit $150,000 in the bank, and then another you have to invest in real estate 600,000 ringgits, which is almost equal to 150. So combinedly you have to invest $300,000 in Malaysia, and then you only get a 5 years visa, a multiple entry visa, right? If we compare this to other countries, for example in Europe, for example in other Asian countries, or even the Middle East, you will find out, guys, that for half of this amount or less than the 300,000, you can easily get a residence permit or almost a PR in Hungary, in Greece, in Europe, even in Portugal, even you can get in many other European countries. For example, in Georgia, you can get a residence permit just by investing $100,000. In Azerbaijan, only 60,000 you invest, and then you get a residence permit, and that leads to permanent residence, and also that leads to citizenship, and also you get all the facilities there, because in Malaysia you are not allowed, your kids are not allowed to go to the national schools, your medical is not free for them, education is not free for them. But in Azerbaijan, Georgia, European countries, you get all the facilities and all the rights that the locals have. Like, for example, the citizens have the rights, you have the same rights once you invest this small amounts, not the 300,000 in Malaysia. So this is Europe, right? If we compare it to Asian countries, for example, Indonesia ask you to just deposit in the bank 125,000 and you get a 10 years visa, or simply you purchase a property with the same amount and you get a 10 years visa, and your children and your wife have the same visa. Although you cannot go, your kids cannot go to the public schools, but you can go to the private schools, right? And in Indonesia, it leads to the permanent residence after 3 years, and also you are eligible to apply for citizenship if you live there, right? Malaysia doesn't have this thing. Now other things, if we talk about if you apply, they have application fees as well. Participation fee in the start, this also they have introduced. If you are platinum member, you have to give the government a participation fee 200 million, almost $40,000, more than $40,000 you have to give to the government on top of that investment in the real estate you purchased, right? For gold you have to give them 3,000 Malaysian ringgits, and for the silver you have to give them 1,000, and then once you renew you have to give them more, right? So you can bring your spouse, your children, and your parents as well once you get this visa. The processing time is 3 to 4 months, and they will do very a lot of due diligence on you. So they will see whether you are, after investing this whole thing, still they will check your background, whether you are eligible to enter Malaysia or not. Okay, so after 1 year, guys, you can withdraw 50% of the amount, right? After 1 year, and you have to spend that. You have to give them an application like you want to spend that amount, right? And that's it, guys. Health examination is also required. If you are healthy, you will be eligible. If you are not healthy, then maybe your application will be rejected. In permanent residence, you cannot apply. Even if you live there for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, you cannot apply for permanent residence in Malaysia. Permanent residence, like you live there permanently on a long-term visa, you are not eligible for that, even if you invest $1.5 million in Malaysia. So most of the agents, the MM2H agents, were actually suspended by the ministry, and they are asked to register again. So some of them are already registered, and you can find the MM2H agents and start your application process if you are interested in this program. But some of the agents, they are also disappointed with this announcement, because they think like, who will have this much amount to invest in a country like Malaysia? 150,000 in bank deposit and 150,000 for real estate purchase, and that also for the lower category, the silver category. So they are also disappointed, and they say like, how somebody will buy, everybody is required to buy a property and hold it for 10 years. 10 years is a very, very long time. Even if you buy in Europe just a property and you live there, 5 years later you can apply. In many countries you can apply for citizenship, or you can get a PR. But in Malaysia, you have to hold your property for 10 years and for doing nothing, right? After 10 years you get nothing. So these are the details, guys, and I hope you are also disappointed, the one who is watching and who are waiting for this program, because look, almost for 2 years people were waiting, like, oh, we are waiting for the Malaysia My Second Home program, and they will make it, very easy for the people who want to invest in Malaysia and who want to live there, because you want to live there, right? You don't want to work there, you don't want to do business there, you just want to live there and spend your money there, right? So this is the final result for that program. And tell me in comments, what do you think about this program? Because even many of the agents, they have spoke their concern about the property purchase and the long-term commitment to Malaysia. They have also raised a lot of concerns about it. What are your thoughts? Will you still go for this? You can tell me in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Still, guys, I consider myself Indonesia the best alternative to Malaysia My Second Home program and all other programs in Southeast Asia, and it is one of the best for foreigners and for investors. Thank you very much for watching.